full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Blake Corum now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
The first carry now for Kyren Williams. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Stafford from the gun. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. He finds Adams, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot to give your quarterback a chance.
And he hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another run for Williams. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford. This one's caught. Smith has it. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Finds the in wrap. Oh, the football's loose. The Falcons bring it in. And they're able to push it well upfield on that fumble return. Nicely done. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
Yeah, and such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade of starting in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. It's a gain of 4, and that brings us to the end of quarter number 1. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter, it's Falcons football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Staying with Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over it. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. Back deep for the Rams, it's Xavier Smith. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running for the marker with Williams. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Now, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Throwing is Stafford on third. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. But it does force a fourth down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they'll have enough time to try to get it into field goal range. Just a shade over 40 seconds remaining. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
8 yards on
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
First down from the 42. Out of the gun, Cousins. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Dumps it off to Robinson. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's making a bid for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down from the 42. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. To the air, Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So that's halftime, and we've arrived here scoreless. Now let's head over to our buddy Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. You can't win if you can't score. That might be the message to the offenses at halftime. Both completely shut down as we are scoreless at the break. First touchdown wins, maybe even next field goal wins. Let's find out who can score the game's first points as we rejoin our commentators, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. On the return, here's D. Alford. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
1st and 10 from the 43. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Pass is caught, that's Darnell Mooney. And he hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Cousins. Running in the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
And the Falcons first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Falcons take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Rams headed out to the field now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford now. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made to right side by Nakua. And this one doesn't go far. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Looks like the Falcons are opting for dime coverage for this 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay 1 play ahead of their defensive foes.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw, Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make when in reality, in this game in the 4th quarter, Decision-making's also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a two-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
He'll throw it. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Drake London. And that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Rams down by 7. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Rolling into enemy territory. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Another Rams 1st down. A gain of 30. 1st down, Rams.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Setting up to pass. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw it. Screen here for Williams. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw. And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Robinson on the inside give. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Dime coverage from the Rams as they get prepped for this 3rd down. Back to throw. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A 28-yard pickup there. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. And a lackluster day offensively, thankfully overshadowed by a top-notch defensive effort to get the win in a shutout. So for Brock Hugher and everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.